This program was brought to you by PennyMac TPO. Visit tpo.pennymac.com to learn more about becoming a partner and starting your journey to greatness. With the people, products, and technology to take you there, it's why they say, at PennyMac, greatness lives here.
Welcome to The Interest. I'm Mike Savino.
And I'm Christine Stewart. Mike, this Friday, the Supreme Court struck down Roe, sending the decision back to states. That meant that millions of women were waking up in states without abortion protection. Now, some companies like Zillow and JP Morgan Chase said that they would pay for travel expenses for their employees to travel to other states to have these services done. And social media was all abuzz this weekend with talk about people looking to move to other states with abortion protections.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that, but it's too early to see if that will show up in home sales. But we did see the market rebound last week, and that brings us to our top story and the fact that pending home sales had a slight uptick in May, ending 6 consecutive months of decline. Pending home sales were up 0.7 of a point from April. The National Association of Realtors says its pending home sale index is back up to 99.9. A 100 on the index would mean contract activity is equal to what we saw in 2001. Now, despite the small gain in pending sales from the prior month, the housing market is clearly undergoing a transition. That's because after 6 months of decline, pending home sales in May were still down nearly 14% from last year. The Realtors Index saw the biggest jump in the Northeast region, increasing by 15.4% from April. Things also improved slightly in the Midwest and the South, but the index shrank by 5% in the West region. The Realtors announcement comes after the Census Bureau and HUD said Friday that new home sales increased by 11% in May compared from the prior month. The positive numbers outperformed projections, but experts warned about getting too excited. New home sales data is volatile, and 1 month does not make a trend.
As the makeup of the U.S. population changes, so does the demographic of home buyers. Is the housing industry ready for the change with that shift? Fannie Mae believes that a more diverse workforce will benefit minority borrowers and underserved communities. The housing industry's workforce is 71.6% white, 7.5% black, 9.4% Asian, and 9.1% Hispanic. But the U.S. population is much more diverse. Fannie Mae believes diversity is important because of the identity connection between the borrower and brokers. An upcoming article in Mortgage Women magazine says Latinos will account for 70% of home ownership in the next 20 years. So brokers who are able to speak Spanish as their first language might be the key to increasing loan volumes. Reaching these underserved communities will be smart business since loan originations are expected to drop 33% this year. Fannie Mae's Future Housing Leaders program went from having 8 employer partners in 2018 to having 50 in 2021. For more about the program, check out the new issue of Mortgage Women magazine at mortgagewomenmagazine.com.
And finally, one major lender is responding to the home affordability problem by cutting its rates. UWM is dropping its rates by 50 to 100 basis points across the board. This is an expansion of UWM's Compete and Beat program, which launched last month and promised to beat the rates of any of the top 20 lenders by 1 basis point. The announcement comes as rising rates and home prices continue to push interested buyers out of the market.
This program was brought to you by PennyMac TPO. Visit tpo.pennymac.com to learn more about becoming a partner and starting your journey to greatness.
For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to mortgagenewsnetwork.com.